Hey guys, yes, it's me. It's been a long time. Um, I'm gonna do a quick life update. I don't want this video to take super long. Quick life update, and then I have some layouts to show you. None of them are journaled on yet, so I have to do that. Um, but I wanted to I finally have been able to sit down and do some scrapbooking these last few weeks, and wanted to show you kind of what I've done. And like I said, update you all because it's been a long time. So long story short, I'm trying to remember when I did my last video. I recently opened up a fourth coffee shop about a year ago. And so, for those of you that don't know or maybe new to my page, I am a co-owner of a coffee shop that we actually have open in 4 locations. And so we started off in the town that I live in, and then we expanded, and people keep asking us to come and we keep going. But for now, I think it's going to be a little while before we open a new one. It's a lot of work. So I'm managing because my business partner has a full-time job. And so I'm managing 4 coffee shops, all the staff, everything. So life's a little crazy. I also have a daughter that's going to be a junior in college, and my other daughter is going to be a senior in high school. So life is still kind of crazy, but having one daughter gone, most of the year, I'm starting to kind of feel that empty nest syndrome a little bit. And so having gotten kind of our 4th shop under control, and kind of settled, I'm kind of to a place where I can kind of get back to scrapbooking a little bit and hopefully do some more videos. So I won't go, that's kind of a general summary of my life right now. Of course, I won't go into too much detail. My husband took a new job. We moved to a new house in 2021. So we've been about 3 years. I think I've done a couple of videos in this house, in this scrapbook room. I have a scrapbook space in our basement, and that's where I've been working. I've been doing a little bit of organizing down here, but our house overall is a huge mess right now because we're getting ready to move my daughter to an off-campus house that she's renting. So I feel like I'm actually officially really moving her out this time, and I'm a little sad. So anyway, okay. So a lot of pages about my daughters, so you're going to see a lot about them. So I think all of these layouts are all Paige Evans product. So what I did was I combined like every Paige Evans line that I had, because they do work so well together. I did separate out a couple that had, so she has some lines that have a lot more fall theme product in them, and they aren't fully fall, but they have a lot of fall theme product in them. So I pulled those out separately and worked with those separately kind of as a kit. And then I think the other kit was like maybe 4 or 5 collections, kind of a mix of different leftovers that I had. There was maybe one collection I hadn't even broken into yet. But I just mixed it all together. And again, because these manufacturers make it, I think, purposefully, which I really appreciate, so that you can work with their lines together, because they have the same, a lot of the same designs, a lot of the same color schemes. So I just decided I was going to have just some fun. So I went to her page and I tried to get inspiration from her. I did, I think, a couple classes, and I just did some scrap lifting from a cherry on top. Their Facebook page has some sketches. And that's another thing as well. I'm going to mention that really quickly. So my Facebook page recently was hacked, and shut down completely. Like, I didn't have a chance to like question it or ask it why or try to get it reopened. Like, they just shut it down. So if I was Facebook friends with any of you, I'm pretty sure I was. I know I was. Feel free to refriend me. I'm just under Nicole Mackin. And I had to start completely over. Lost all my pictures, videos. Thankfully, I keep all that on elsewhere. So Facebook isn't my only place where I keep that stuff. But I'm now, not able to access it as easier. Anyway, or as easy. So that was really frustrating. Anyway, So I'll just get started. I'm going to pull these off to this side here and then go through them. Hopefully the lighting is okay, guys. I haven't done this in forever. So I'm just winging it, and I won't go into too much detail. I just wanted to do a quick share. So this one is probably, honestly, my least favorite of the whole, the whole pile. But I think it was something I scrap lifted, and or I think it was actually maybe for a class. And so, but the focus of the layout was I have these two pictures of my daughters, and I wanted to do a layout about their relationship. And so again, I haven't journaled yet. I'll journal here on the tag. And it's just some strips of paper and then a little bit of embellishment to the side. So very simple. And so that I won't go, like I said, in a ton of detail. Oh, sorry, my camera's doing weird things. So you may notice that when I do like to do this black line, especially if I have a full white background, just kind of those things I do to add a little dimension to the back. So, okay, I'm just going to put these back here. Okay. So this one I just did, and I really like making sure I'm straight here. Let me see if I need to go up close a little bit. Okay. Really like how this one turned out. It's very simple. I just layered some strips of paper. This is a great way to use up scraps. So I had some scraps of this particular paper. The colors were perfect because she kind of had a weird outfit on as far as color scheme. So she had like this burgundy tank top and these bright orange and pink shorts. My youngest has an amazing sense of fashion and style. And most of the time it's a sweatshirt and sweatpants. But anyway, even if it's 95 degrees outside. Anyway, she cracks me up. She's always kind of had that funny, funky style. But so I was like, okay, we have a burgundy tank top, and because these pictures were sent to me from her, she was with my husband, and I'm like, okay, and actually this paper line, and that's why I like her line so much, is there's such a variety of color. And so I really just kind of pulled some oranges, and then there was some burgundy in these, even though they aren't super fall themed papers, but there was some burgundy in here and some, some pink. So it really matched her outfit perfectly. Not that you have to match the outfit, but that's what I was kind of going for. And then I just did, I did do a little frame and some embellishment around the picture. And then I just did some embellishing down the side. And I did a mixture of some dimensional pieces, some flat pieces. I popped up some pieces, and I just tried to balance those, dimensions out a little bit, and then did some of these cute little puffy stickers. And I'll probably journal. I'm going to guess I'll probably just journal a little bit maybe on here. Because it's not a huge story, but I'll have a little bit to say about it. So. Okay, and then this one was kind of a fun layout. I'm trying some different design styles. I have a go-to that I always do. And so I've really been trying to watch some YouTube videos and try to think, okay, how can I start a page like with a different background design? And so this was a little different for me, coming all from one side. I've done it before, but it's not a go-to for me. So that was kind of fun. Just kind of two large pieces of pattern paper. And I really wanted to focus on this. I wanted to focus on the beautiful and the laugh, and the happy. So I want to make sure that I could see those words, because it was just, the story was we were laughing in the pictures, and it was just a funny story. And so I'll journal the story here, and I just handwrite my journaling. And so there was a lot of dead space from the cement, because this was a very quick, like, I wasn't expecting to take these pictures, so I didn't get a chance to compose it because it just happened very quickly. We were taking senior pictures, we were downtown, and all of a sudden this group of girls comes up, and they were doing a scavenger hunt. They needed someone to dance with them and to get it on video, and it was just super funny. So I wanted to tell that story. And so again, I just kind of pulled some of the color. She was wearing kind of a burgundy shirt, and so I got that burgundy in there, and then I just kind of filled in some of the empty spaces with some stickers that kind of made sense with the story. So yes, because they asked her if she'd do it, and she was like, yes, I'll do it. Like, she was so happy. Mighty fine, here and now, feeling good, the sweetest thing, happiness here, laugh, best today, thank you kindly, because they were like appreciative that she did it for them. and then I did some kind of, because I had some dimensional stickers over here, I did some dimensional stickers over here and down here to balance it out. So, and I use that kind of that, it's kind of, a bronzy gold. And so I try to make sure that was spaced out around the layout as well. So, and some puffy hearts there. So I guess I don't know if you guys want to see it up close or not. Again, I'm really rusty, you guys, so forgive me. And forgive me for not having journaled on them, because I know that's kind of adds to the layout, but I thought if I just tell you where I'm going to journal, that should be hopefully good enough. And so I hope I'm straight. Okay, so this one was really fun, and this one I scrap lifted, I think from Paige's Facebook page, I think. And it was just using 2 half sheets of pattern papers as a background, and then folding up. And so the way mine folded up, because the back of this paper was this paper, the hearts were upside down. So I just found some other pattern papers to line the little corners that we had here. So this corner's folded down, and then I just recovered and then embellished and used some washi, and then just did a bunch of fun layering behind these photos along the line, the seam line, and some florals and butterflies and some tags. So I'll journal on these tags. And then some wood buttons there, and some leaves, and just a frame. Just kind of did a bunch of fun different layering pieces behind the photos, and then I did a little bit more layering down here with the title. And I chose Grow because we were at like a farm ag show, and that made sense to me. Anyway, so just a fun day with my daughter, and the sun made sense because we were outside, and it was a beautiful, beautiful day. So this one, the inspiration also came from Paige's Facebook page, but I changed it up a little bit. She had a page posted where it was just the squares and embellishing a bunch of the squares. And so I grabbed one of those papers, but then I found I had 2 of this paper, and so I actually cut out these squares, and then I added some dimensional adhesive so that this middle square around the photo is all popped up. And then I just embellished these squares, put the photo in the middle, and then I put some little tabs over here where I'll document the dates and their names and, you know, everything, and do a little bit. It doesn't need a lot of journaling. I'll just keep it very simple with just the basic information on those little tabs. But it was a really fun way to use, you know, some of it is, the color on color. What's that called? There's a word for that. Anyway, you know, so I used yellow on the yellow square, etc. But then some of these were multicolored, and so it was just fun. It was fun to just find some fun embellishments that matched each block. And I thought that it turned out pretty well. And I tried to even out like these, I don't know what these plastic pieces. I tried to even those out, evened out the butterflies, and then made sure that my words were spread out as well. So that was this is a really fun one to do. I have a lot of her papers that are like this, so I might do it again. Super cute. Okay. And I'm not even really telling you which lines I'm using of hers, because because she doesn't, I mean, she has some papers with leaves and stuff on them, but, really even her fall quote unquote fall collections, you can really pull and do whatever you want with them. So here is another layout. I love how this one turned out. This is one of my favorite pictures of my daughter sent me of her and her roommates and friends. But they were her roommates last year, and they had this really cool picture from inside their favorite coffee shop. And I just really wanted to document that. And I know some people don't document their kids once they go off to college. Like I'm still making my kids send me pictures. I'm still documenting them, and just trying to keep telling their story a little bit, because they're in crazy mode right now. They're figuring out life. And so I want to keep documenting her and her friends and her stories that she's, you know, okay with me telling, basically. So it was just a fun photo. And I just really just went with the kind of the more, richer tones. and pulled supplies, you know, because they have some kind of darker colors and just the feel of the photo is a little bit darker. And then I just did a little cluster up there, just focused on friendship themes, you know, things. I did put some leaves there because this was taken in the fall, but just really kept it about kind of a friendship themed focus. So I'll probably journal maybe a little bit here and then a little bit on here. I might even journal a little bit over here or put their names or something. So that turned out really cute. I thought, anyway. Really liked how it turned out anyway. So here's another one. And this one just very simple. Just I had a fun story to tell and just pull again, just use the colors in the photo. I had the pinks and the oranges and the reds, and so I just kind of grabbed this piece of paper back here. But then I wanted to get some other colors in there just because all the embellishments I wanted to use had other colors. And so I pulled in some pattern papers that also had these colors in them. Kind of a white based polka dot paper just to let the eye breathe a little bit. This is a really heavy color saturated paper. And then just kind of took some of the different colors in these papers and this sticker, I think that's the sticker I really wanted to use. And I wanted to use this one as well. And I just kind of did some layering and I did journal on this one. So look, I got one done and used some of those enamel hearts and puffy hearts and, yep. And another one. This one needs journaling. Just a photo of my daughters chilling on the couch. All three of us and the dog were watching had a movie marathon, and I'm trying to just cherish every day that my oldest is home, and my youngest too, because she's going to be leaving us here in a year. So don't even want to think about it. Anyway, so just wanted to journal. I had taken this really cute picture. The dog's like laying on her leg. It was just a cute picture. And so I'll just journal on that here on the card and probably here. I put another card there because I thought I might have a little bit of a longer journaling. And then probably we'll just like put date and stuff there. So just layered around the photo. I had this fun heart clip, and then I did just a tiny little cluster up there just to get some color up in that corner. But lots of word stickers, and that's crickets. I'll fix that. Happiness, enjoy the moment, the good life. I'll fix that later. Anyway, so yeah. Very bright and colorful. I took my cue from that blanket that Mallory was laying in. So this one was a little bit more color schemed focused. Just because she had a purple shirt on, and then the National Weather Service, I wanted to go with like the sky blue colors, and that's kind of what the colors that was in their sign. My daughter did a job shadow there. She loves weather. She loves tornadoes. She loves storms. And I wanted to document that because I don't know that I have a couple layouts in this pile that will be documenting that because it's really a huge part of her life. It's like, anyway, something she really looks forward to springtime here because of the storms. And so I had taken, this was actually a Facebook page that they had posted or a Facebook post that the U.S. National Weather Service, our local chapter, had posted of her. And so I actually printed off their actual message that they posted with the Facebook picture. And then I just kind of pulled some of those colors, and I found this umbrella, which is perfect. And then just found some words and phrases that matched, what she was doing, smiles all around, explore, every day's a new adventure. Today's awesome. Love adventures, just discovering. So just, she went to learn something and tornado chasing is definitely an adventure. She doesn't do it, but that would be her dream side job. Best day, I found a cloud embellishment. So just a fun, will be a good story to document for her. So I'll definitely journal up here. I might have to, what if I adhered that? I might have to just unadhere that and just journal and then have it be a pull-out tag because that's not going to be enough room. So I'll have to figure that out later. This one is a prom layout. Love how this just feels like a prom layout. I use one of the specialty papers that has that kind of iridescent polka dot situation going on. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And I just took advantage of the fact that it's a fancy paper, and it was a perfect color scheme for my daughter and her best friends, and their dresses were pink and purple, and I just went with it. So I wanted to break up some of that, that busy pattern a little bit. So I did find some just different layers of some journaling cards and journaling stickers, some other stickers, some other just kind of more solid papers, and did some layering behind the photo, and then found some stickers, or yeah, some dimensional stickers or chipboard stickers, and these fun puffy stickers, and then added some of these like iridescent silver hearts. I guess I don't know if you call them iridescent silver, but they're like the silver, but that have like the purple and the pink, like rainbowy like look to them. And then I used 2 photo corners there. And so I used some pearls, and I did some centering of some of the flowers sporadically throughout. So I don't know if you can see all that fun kind of foily look. Very shiny. Okay, this is a 2-page spread with a little insert. Let's see. And this was definitely, I think I made this for, I think I did the Make It March from the Scrap Gals podcast. If you subscribe to their podcast, they had a free Make It March kind of month-long class, that they did for free for their members. And so I went, and even though it's like over a year later, I went and did that. And so, this was one of those, I think I have this wrong. Hold on. Or no, you know what? No. This is a separate page. Hold on. This is just a little, there we go. Like, this doesn't look right. Okay, there we go. So this will be, I'll also have a 6x12 page protector on the left, and then a regular 12x12 on the right, and they'll be next to each other. So, I love how this turned out. So cute. I love this paper so much. And the clothes the girls were wearing, just like I look at them and I'm like, that's definitely a Paige Evans layout, because the colors were just perfect. So, just did a photo here, I'll journal over here. And I really had a bunch of these I wanted to use up, so that was perfect. I just added to the happy, joyful feeling of the page. Used some chipboard stickers, pattern paper. So yeah, that was a fun one to do. I really like that one. And I would never think to do pictures like that. So I think that one was one of Tiffany's inspired layouts. And then this one is just, actually I built the background with just squares of different patterns from, I think I grabbed one of the 6x6 pads or 6x8 pads. Great way to use up scraps as well. And I just grabbed a couple of the group photos of the same day's pictures. So these will probably go together by the other ones in the album. And I just kind of did, I did my triangle of embellishment, and really just did like these 3 things here, and then just did a fun kind of blocking of different word stickers. I tried to get 3 different kind of cursive ones, and tried to kind of make sure I was matching colors, and using some chipboard pieces to give a little bit of dimension to each section there. And then I popped up these 3 banners underneath here, just again to break up some of that pattern. And then I put some random vellum stickers throughout as well. So that was a fun one to do as well. Here, another very color specific one. Just checking my time here, make sure I don't go too crazy long. Okay, so as you saw before, my daughter's prom dress, this is from her prom dress from 2 years ago, was this really beautiful lavender. And so there were some really fun lavender pieces to a couple of her collections. And so I just kind of pulled, her aunt had a blue and black, shirt on. So I just pulled some navies and blues and purples. And then a lot of those particular pieces of paper had pink in them also. So I pulled some pink embellishments. This I actually think is not, Paige Evans, but somehow got into the kit. So I just did strips, and I, again, used a lot of the fancy papers with the really pretty foiling, silver foiling. Excuse me, just again, because I think those fit perfectly with a prom layout. And some kind of pearly jewels, some pearl type style jewels, and just layered strips. And then I tucked things into those strips. I love doing that. So I tucked in some butterflies and some word strips, and had a really good time. I love using like multiple strips as backgrounds. That's a really pretty way. And I always like to try to get a black and white one in there to break it up a little bit. And I had some black and white behind the photo as well. So there, I'll don't have a lot of journaling to do in this one. I'll probably just like label it there, you know, the date and everything and who they are. Okay, this was a fun one as well. Again, this was inspired by that Make It March class. And because again, I would never think to do this, but this is one of those layouts where I started to do it and I'm like, oh, this is perfect, because I wanted to really document my youngest daughter, like just who she is as a person right now. I try to do that as often as I can, at least once a year. I need to go back and make sure I've done it the last few years, but where I just document what do they love right now, because it changes so rapidly, like their favorite foods, what they enjoy, what their funny quirks are at the time, all those types of things. And so I found this background paper. I'm like, okay, this has to be a Mallory layout because she absolutely loves weather. And so I'm like, it was one of those layouts that when I was done, I was like, this is perfect because I'm just documenting so much about her right now. And so what I did was I did strips of papers behind her photo, and then over here where I just did some embellishing, and then just a little bit over here, just so I had 3 sections there. And then I took anywhere that there was a gray cloud, I just wrote in a word that describes her, like Taco Bell, tuna helper, like just the things that she loves right now. So even if it's not a thorough journaling, she'll look at this and say, oh, that's right. That's, I was 17. When I was 17, I was obsessed with crispy chicken or hot fries or whatever. Like I think it'll spark memories just by looking at this layout and reading all the different clouds. And I just document all the things that she loves right now. And so I really love how this turned out. And it's just one that's very special to me. I always love these layouts that I do where I'm just summarizing my daughter's interests and things that they love right now. Those are my favorite layouts to do, I think. Or some of them, I guess. Okay, so this is a pocket page. And here we are. Okay. So, just had a ton of photos that my daughter had sent me from college, and I didn't want to scrapbook all of them separately. Again, because I don't have all the full stories behind them, but I'm trying to just still get a good snapshot of her, and her experience, her college experience. And so I just printed a bunch of them off. Some of them I did 2 3x4s in one pocket. Some I did a full 4x6 if it was a bigger picture. And then just filled in the 3x4 cards with some tags and some journaling cards. I'll journal here and just kind of my point of view on her second year in college, and you know, maybe a little bit about what she told me and those kinds of things. But I even printed off some Instagram posts because she runs an Instagram account for the college. And so anyway, so that was just a really easy pocket page, but I got a lot of photos documented and kind of a good snapshot of her junior year in college. I'm sorry, her sophomore year in college. I'm making her grow up even faster. Here is one that I love how it turned out, just documenting a change in hairstyle. And I needed, I'll journal here and on here, because it was a really big deal for her to cut her hair. She'd grown her hair out for years. So I did a couple pictures of her with her longer hair, and then the pictures of her after she got the haircut, and just wanted to document that because that was a big deal. So. This one is really fun. My daughter loves to go to like Renaissance fairs. And so one of the Paige Evans collections had these really fun paper flowers. And I always struggled to use them, the little tiny ones. But there was this awesome, huge flower wall they took pictures in front of. So you'll see more of this. And I'm like, okay, I'm totally using these flowers. And so here I just did these strips back here of some fun patterns. You can just see there's lots of really fun colors in the photo. And then I just did like just a cluster of flowers here and here. And then I did journal here. And then I did some word strips and just a couple words here and kept it pretty simple. So that was really a fun one to do. I think I have another one coming up with lots of flowers. I could be wrong. I thought I did. Anyway, so this is this particular collection I had actually initially combined with the rest, but then it just kind of just had a different feel to it. I think it maybe was one of her really early collections. I'm sorry, I don't remember all the names, you guys, but this was still a Paige Evans collection, but I think it was an earlier one. So I kind of separated it out, and I had some other embellishments mixed in with it that were not hers. I think maybe they're Heidi Swapp even, like from a Heidi Swapp pack or something. But, so I wanted to use up some of that collection because I was finding that I wasn't pulling papers from it with the rest of the collections I had in there. And so I just pulled it out and found a photo. There's a light pink wall back here. And so that just, I think, worked well because other than that, you just really see her white sweatshirt. You see a little bit of purple on my shirt back there, which works well with this. And so I just layered some white paper on a fun pattern paper and then just pulled some of these colors in by doing the triangles and a couple of journaling cards and then some wood embellishments and a tag. So I'll probably just journal over here probably, or I might even journal around. I don't know if I have that much journaling to do, so we'll see. Okay, this was a fun layout to do. I wanted to document my niece always loved, she loves to do hair. So whenever we go to their house, and they're the ones that live close to us, inevitably she'd end up doing one of the girls' hair. So I just had some random pictures of her doing their hair and wanted to document that because I thought that was a fun story. And it was from multiple, it was over many years. Like you see Keaton's hair is super short there, and then it's really long here, and then my daughter's really young there, and she's, going to prom there. So it's from a span of multiple years, and I'll probably document that on these tags down here, the years that they were, and a little bit about the story. But I thought that was a fun thing to document of something that kind of happened over a span of time. And then this one here, I printed some black and white photos. My daughter and one of her friends took did a little photo session. They do that these days. It's, I think, a cool thing to do, which I love because I get them sent to me. So I printed them black and white because I wanted to use a lot of color. I really wanted to use this card. And I just had a lot of fun layering the 3 photos and then just mixing in. I had all these hearts from her collections and a couple of rainbows and some tags. So I just mixed in a whole bunch of those amongst each other and kind of kept it as one centerpiece. And then I did some splattering around that. You guys, I am someone, I don't know if you've noticed this, or I have to have like twine or some kind of something in my tags. I can't leave a tag on a layout without something in there. So, and I love the look. I love the movement it gives the layout. I love how it gives it some more texture. But that's a weird thing of mine. If I have a tag on there, I have to have a string through the hole. I've noticed that some people don't. And I'm like, how does that not bother them? But okay. Another prom one, and this one was more, it's more documenting the promenade. So our school does like this promenade where the kids all go to the school, they walk down the stage with their dates, and the whole community gets to come and watch, and then they go off to their dance. And my husband is actually one of the announcers for the promenade because he announces a whole bunch of stuff for the school. And so I wanted to I hadn't documented that yet because he's done it for every prom that my daughters have been to. He's been able to do that. And so I'm going to document that here. And I'll probably go back eventually. I think I've taken a picture of him every single prom. I'll probably do a layout of a span of years of him and the other gal that also does it with him, doing it every year through all. This year will be our last one. So I'll be able to do that and have them all together on maybe one layout or one spread. So I just love how this turned out. It's some beautiful colors. I got the purple in there, but I also pulled in some of the yellow from the Hollywood sign and some of the blue from her dress, and just kind of had fun with the colors. And I think I just have like blocks, or I think I just have 3 strips of pattern paper there, and then just built on top of that. And then did some layering of some stickers and washi and stuff underneath. And these are all puffy stickers that I just made into a banner, and then did a little bit of one up there as well. 8.5 by 11 layout. I like to do those every once in a while. Just had a really fun photo of my daughter, and she had this head on that had these fun colors. So I just grabbed some cloud paper because she was outside, and just kind of had some fun embellishing down. And there's some washi back there, and then just did a bunch of fun words underneath the photo. Did some splatter mist with some blue. It's kind of a dreamy layout. She had a kind of a pastel shirt on, so but a darker hat. So I just kind of played with a mix of pastels and richer colors for that one. So that was a fun one. This is fun too. So I think the challenge, the challenge of this one was to do a monochromatic layout. And I think I succeeded. So I had this, Barbie's all the thing right now. And so Keaton had gotten this outfit, and then she wore it when she went to watch the Barbie movie. And, so I had some really fun pictures of her in it that her friends had taken of her and she had sent to me. So I just pulled a whole bunch of pink papers, a whole bunch of pink embellishments, and I just had a blast just layering all these strips of papers, and then layering stickers and chipboard and buttons, and I used up a whole bunch of the pink embellishments in those collections, and like the clip. And so it was just that one. This was a lot of fun to do. A lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So another 8.5 by 11. And this one is just a layout, just a sweet layout about my daughters and their relationship, and how excited she was that she was home for the summer. And I just wanted to document a little bit about that, about how happy I was to have them both in my home for one more summer. And yeah, so pretty simple. So this one, again, just some photos from some of my daughter's photo shoots that she had sent me. And in this particular one, she was at a lake and she had some flowers and a pink hat. And so I just took that as my cue, she had a purple top on, so I found some pinks, purples, yellows. And she had like this kind of camo jacket on, but it has a blue tone to it. So I grabbed some blue denim, and she had jean shorts on. So I grabbed some blue denim over here just to break up the pattern a little bit. But I don't do full pattern backgrounds a lot. I usually do white, and then I do a mix of patterns. So this was fun for me. When I do this, I will often bring in a glassine bag to help break it, like either vellum or a glassine bag or some solid layers of some sort to break it up a little bit. But the glassine bag I like because you can still see the pattern behind it, but it just gives it a little bit of a cloudy look. And I just went with a diagonal embellishment. So I will journal here, but then I had gotten this whole pack of letters from Paige Evans that you layered with the chipboard outline, and then I just layered cards and flowers and stickers and some of these wood buttons and regular buttons. I think I used up quite a few bits and pieces of packages of bits and pieces with these layouts. I know I bit into the stash quite a bit. or put a dent into the stash quite a bit. This one I really love how it turned out because I was able to use the pattern paper as it was, and I did put one photo over a section of these frames, but then I used the frames that were already on the background for some of the other photos, and then just filled in some of the other ones. I just try to space them out. So, oh, I'm getting high on time here. I try to space out, you know, the words. So I just focus on using the white words and spread those out, and then spread out some clouds, because again, that's all her is about, the clouds, and then some word stickers. So I just thought about color, thought about texture, thought about the type of embellishment, and made sure I just spread them out evenly. I love how this one turned out. This is like one of my favorites. And I just think that picture of her was so good. I liked turning them black and white because I didn't love her shirt, but it was a special shirt her and her friends had made together. So that's why they did the photo shoot in the first place. Okay, guys, I'm going to hurry because I'm running low on camera space here. This was super fun. I know that this was not my idea. This is a scrap lift. I don't remember from who, but the concept was doing like a rainbow thing here. And so this was perfect. Prom pictures had like lots of all the colors of the rainbow in their dresses. So I took advantage of the pictures that were already set for me. And then I just grabbed a whole bunch of stickers and embellishments, and I just layered along the right side. So this was really fun to make. Again, great stash busting, especially to use up all those little bits and pieces that you have, you know, sitting in the little bins or on the sticker sheets. Just was a great way to use up a lot of that stuff. And I think it just looks so stinking cute. And yeah, this is a ton of fun to make. Okay, another 8.5 by 11 of using tags as a background. And so I see I'm missing a string on there. I need to fix that. Or no, I did that purposefully actually. Photo here, I just put a string on, I kind of did a triangular string situation. So, and then embellished around some of the tags. And that was just a fun. I'll probably journal down here. I'm guessing this is where my journaling will go. And there's a picture of my two girls. They did a little kind of music concert for an event here in town, and wanted to document that. Okay. Another favorite of mine. I love this one. This is kind of my other daughter. I won't have really room to journal about all of her favorite things right here, but it's still a good layout with like a general look at her and what she loves and enjoys, but more of a visual look versus a journaling situation. And so I did some pictures of her from the last year, and then I just kind of did some embellishing up here. So the papers tell us part of the story. Like, she loves to read. She loves like plants, and she loves green, and she loves florally viney things. And then she loves to draw and paint and sew and read. And so I just kind of grabbed a bunch of different embellishments and layered those above the photos. And then down here I did some stamping and some random stickers just with different phrases that fit her right now. So this was a fun one to make. This was different for me. This was a scrap lift, and again, I think this is from the Makeup March class. So that was a lot of fun. And then this one, last one, you guys. And sorry, this got really long. I don't even know how many layouts it was. I didn't count. This one turned out super cute. So again, this is from the Renaissance Fair that my daughter went to. And I just love how it turned out, because it just has a very specific feel to the photos, you know, Ren fairs do. And she had like a lot of this gold on and these really rich toned colors and this beautiful floral wall that she had pictures in front of. And so I just kind of went and grabbed the different colors and color tones that I was seeing in the pictures, grabbed a variety of embellishments, a variety of cards and like cutouts and florals and just a bunch of different things. And I just kind of piled it on my desk, and then I just started playing and putting it together. And then I used these flowers, which I think work well with this floral wall here, and just spread those out, so it's a very dimensional page, but I really love how this turned out. It's one of my favorites. It's very different. I've never done one like this before where you worked in from the outside and left the inside kind of blank. If I journal on here, I may journal in here, or I may just do like a little, I don't know. I have to figure out how I want to journal, or if I want to at all, if I could do maybe a 6x12 journaling thing. Maybe have her write about her experience at the Ren Fair, something like that maybe. Because she goes every year. She's gone every year for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. So, love how this one turned out. So, you guys, I'm so glad to be back. It feels so good to share my layouts. It feels good to be creative again. It's really been a long time since I've really been creative, and I'm hoping to get back into making regular videos. I know I say that all the time, but bear with me, and know that I'm still here. I'm still enjoying this hobby, just on a more limited basis than I used to. So you guys take care, and happy scrapping. Bye-bye.